Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this past week's trades and a weekly recap. Before I get into the recap, if you're not in the room, you can find a link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. Also, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Well, this past week, I didn't do as good as I hoped I would, but anyways, I finished the week with 11 wins, 3 losses for a win rate of 78.57%, below my weekly goal of 85%, but it is what it is. I mean, we're getting close to elections. The market is being very, very trabby and choppy, and I hate this market, to be honest. I mean, I haven't seen it like this in a long time. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen it like this at all. I mean, we've had narrow range days, we've had traps, but this is just completely manipulation. I mean, just through and through. I mean, we're lucky if we have one red day a week and we have a strong bounce back to all-time highs and new all-time highs when we have a red day for the week. That's just been the theme lately. It put the call ratios low. We'll have one red day to kill the calls and bring up the put to call ratio, and then we'll go back to all-time highs. It's the theme it's been lately. And so getting to the watch list, I looked at put to call ratio already. It's very, very low, but we're not going to cover that in the recap. We'll cover that in the watch list. But anyways, first trade of the week was what? Let's see, traded his room. I said on the what was it? The 14th? Yeah, the 14th. SPY puts under 580.50. Which is right here, down at 580.50, right down in this, no, 580.50. For some reason, what? No, SPY puts under 580.50. I must have called it when I was up here. For some reason, I called it off this low. I'm not quite sure. Let me make sure I got the right day. Yeah, the 14th. I don't know. But anyways, just kind of blow it up. Why am I lagging? Actually, before I blow it up, I just want to look at, we closed at what? So we had, what, 579.50-ish. We gapped up for almost like $2. So I was thinking we were going to sell off at open. It wasn't a huge gap up, but you know, the market just went straight up and just massive green candles. I didn't take anything. I only took one trade on Monday. And then the other reasoning was looking at puts. Put to call ratio was very, very low. Everybody was on the call side, so that's why I was expecting a pullback Monday. And probably why I picked a closer target at pre-market to take puts to catch the big fall. But it happened on one of the days this week, and we caught it. But it wasn't Monday. So the big green candle was not chasing it. Put to call ratio was way too high. So I was thinking, okay, they're gonna pop it, then they're gonna end up dropping it. So I ended up grabbing puts right here at 10.59, which is right here. You get this low right here. Made new high a day, and it came back down. So when it broke below this 580, I think I got on the 583. I got puts at 58.45 at 620, and they went from 620 to 870, and that's all I took. I was not chasing this. I didn't want no part of it. Slow grind up. That's all I played. So it's probably good that I did play like that, because I don't like cherry picking the tops or the bottoms, because it ends up working against you, especially lately. SPY, it picks one direction, it pretty much stays in that direction, like this right here on Tuesday. This is what SPY has been doing, you know, and going straight up. I mean, these drops are put traps, and on Tuesday these pops are call traps, and they love to trap. So on our Tuesday trading days room, I said SPY puts under 584, which was right here at this low, because we went straight up on Monday. Still put to call ratio is still kind of a factor. So I was looking for puts. I didn't take. I have no idea why I didn't take puts here. I don't know why, but I didn't take puts until 11 o'clock, which is right here. Okay, I got after you set up, you get these big red candles, you get the green, this big doji candle right here. I mean, not doji, but inverted hammer, and when it came back down below, let's see, 581.80ish. I was taking it. I took it right here. I took the 58.30 puts at 6:30. Popped a little bit, then it finally dropped, but I was able to get out green, so I'm not going to complain about that. Staying with the thesis that SPY is down, and it's going to keep going straight down. I'm not going to try to guess the bottom. I'm going to play until it stops making new lower day, and until it reverses, I'm just going to keep playing the direction. So that's what I did. I held on to it and got new lower day and got out of the play and got a little bit of decent money out of it. Then I play puts again at 110, which is right 110. Must have been right here. Yep. It bounced up over 382. Quickly got rejected. Came back down when it made new lower day. Actually, I think I took it underneath 581.30ish. Yeah, right around here. I took the 58.30 puts at 470, and they went from 470 to $8 right here. I'm not quite sure why they went so much. 470 to $8. I guess so. Must have got it closer up here. Anyways, then I took puts again at 156, which is right here. Got this new lower day. It popped back up. A couple green candles. And then I took it when it got underneath 581. I took the 58.30 puts again. Basically, I played the same puts all day. Got the 58.30 puts at $6, and they went from 6 to 10. So that ended up being a good play. So yeah, that makes sense. We're going from 5 to 8 and 6 to 10 right here. So that ended up being good play. Good day. Now the 16th. Traded his room. I said SPY calls with 1016. Now I was basically expecting the one red day, then back to all-time high. We have elections. Nothing seems to matter but the elections. The market's got to look good for elections. They're trying so desperately to keep the market green, keep the market at all-time high. So if we have a red day, it's literally going to be one red day, maybe two max. I don't expect anything exciting to happen. I have 2 days in a row. I think that we're just going to have one red day, decent red day, then we're going back up to all-time high. So that's why I was looking at calls of 580.50, which is up here. First 10-minute candle was red. I was not taking... I did take puts. Yeah, I did. I don't know why I took that. I should have known. I took puts right here at ORB. I shouldn't have done that. Actually, no. I see what I did. I get the big red candle, green candle. Then when it came down below 579, I grabbed puts. The 57.95 puts at $6. And then I cut it at 5. I cut it right away. And it popped. And I switched sides. I grabbed calls right when it broke high a day. I grabbed the 58.25 calls at $6.90. And it went from $6.90 to $13. So definitely pleased about that. So yeah, I don't know why I shouldn't have done that. I should have never played that. That's one mistake I shouldn't have done. I just should have waited, and I did. I mean, I didn't, so I paid for it. But luckily, I only lost $1 on the play, and I made it quickly back with the other ginormous play from $6.90 to $13. So then I took calls at 10:51, which is right here. Not quite sure why I took it here. I mean, I'm basically buying the dip and expecting SPY to go up, but it's kind of risky what I did right here. I probably shouldn't have played that, but I did. What I did, I played the 58.25 calls at 780, and they went from 780 to $13 in that pop right there. So I got lucky. I probably shouldn't have done that. If anything, I probably should have bought it right here, 50.80. 80, but if I did that, look at what it dumped right here. That came back up. This is the kind of crap that I'm talking about. It does this shit all the time. It gets to an area, rejects, and if you bought calls right here, you get taken out with stops. Sometimes having stops too close is just does more harm than good, and then it just turns around and just goes quickly in your direction. SPY has just been like this a lot lately. It's either trap or chop, and I really hate this market. I can't wait for the elections to be over with and just get back to normal, hopefully. Then we had this massive run up from 581 to 586.30, so a $5 plus run up pre-market, and I was looking at puts right at the get-go. I said SPY puts into 585, which is right here. And as soon as I got underneath 585, I took puts. I took the 58.60 puts at $7, and then went from $7 to $17.40 right there in that one candle. This almost always ends up happening when you have a massive gap up like this. People just get crazy, and they just think, oh, they pile into calls, and then they flush it at open. Or you have a massive gap down, and people pile into puts, and they pop it. I mean, almost always happens 90% of the time. Not every single time. Nothing is ever 100% in trading, so don't sit there and think that this is a guarantee. Nothing is ever guaranteed in this market. And you should know that, especially if you've been trading for a while. There's no such thing as a sure thing. In fact, the more sure of a thing it looks like, expect the opposite to happen. Got the puts on that. Then we got an FU set up right here. So I took puts right here underneath the 583 80-ish. I took the 58.40 puts at 610, and they went from 610 to 890. So I got a good play out of that. Then I took calls at 150, which is right here. No, right here. Okay, because I was thinking, okay, we popped up. Got a bit of a cup and handle right here. You get the cup, you get the handle. It didn't quite break over this 584.75, which I was looking at. It came close, and it pulled back the VWAP. But when it came up this time, I grabbed it. I thought for sure we were gonna break it this time, and then this candle just came out of nowhere, and I had the 58.65 calls at 550. As soon as I get in, it just went against me, and I stopped on it too, and I was not very happy about that. I mean, it happens. I mean, the pattern was there, and they just went against the pattern. There wasn't even news. So I was looking for news, and there was no news of this candle. It is a news candle, but I didn't see any news. Then I took puts at 330, which is right here. Bounced up. Rejected the 583-ish area. Went over it, came back, quickly rejected it. So when I came underneath 582.60, that's when I grabbed puts. I grabbed the 58.45 puts at 340. And they went from 340 to 470 right there. Not much of a play, but a little bit of a play. Then on Friday, Trading Days Room, I said SPY calls over 584.50, which is rounded up to up here. First 10-minute candle was deep red. I took puts at 951. Oh, yeah, right when I got underneath the body of this candle right here. I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have waited out the first half an hour. No, this candle right here. Yeah, got a big red one. Green FU. When it broke below this body of 583.12, or maybe it was 583 I grabbed. I grabbed the 58.40 puts at 670, and it went against me immediately. And I cut it, but I was kind of worried that it was going to turn green on me, but I'm kind of glad I cut it. That was one cut I did. Was happy I did. Then I took calls at 146, which is right here. 146, right here. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I took the 58.70 calls at 430. I got in thinking we were going to break over this 585. Went against me immediately, and I was going to stop out. And when I was getting ready to stop out, it was getting bought back out massively. So I just said, okay, screw it. I'll sit and wait, see what happens. and it just kept buying it and buying it and buying it and just ripped. I mean, this is the kind of bullshit that SPY has been doing. Is just it makes it look like a bullish pattern. They slam it, then they end up actually breaking out. I mean, this happens so much lately. I can't wait. Hopefully things change when the elections happen and over with. But yeah, when I was getting ready, I had my finger on the button to get out, and it was getting bought back up massively. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna just see what happens. Then I took puts at 304, which is right here. Made new high a day. It was a fake out, came back in. So when it broke below 584, I think 50 or 60-ish is where I grabbed it. I grabbed the 58.65 puts at 390, and they went from 390 to $7 in that play right there. So some good plays. My losses were small, it's a lot smaller, and just I don't know. This week it's just been tough with the fake outs. Hopefully next week will be better. I haven't even looked at the economic calendar for, not next week, I guess this week coming up, because today is Sunday. So, but yeah, that's going to do it for the recap. And thanks for watching.